welcome to the Cranky Old Gamer. Today we're going to do our second kind of proof of concept video. One of the things that I want to do on this channel are rules explanations, but those can get very, very lengthy. So my goal, I'm going to set a time limit, as this is still kind of our soft launch. I'm still not sure how long I want them to be. Right now I think I'm going to target 8 minutes. So if that's the number, I'm going to still kind of play around with it, do a couple examples. Some games are easier to explain than others. If 8 minutes is what I decide to go with, I will title the rules series 8 minutes or less, and I will have a timer up here in the corner. In fact, I'm going to do that today. And I'm basically going to kind of intro the game like, okay, today I'm going to be doing Death Angel. I'm starting with this one because it's particularly tough, and not only is it tough on its own, but it's tough to understand. A lot of people, whenever you hear people talk about Death Angel, oh, it's a great game, one of the best solo games out there and can be played with multiple people. Oh, but those rules suck. Oh, it's so hard to understand. You have to look online. So, okay, that's going to be a good place for me to start, because I know how to play the game. I have played it many, many times. I love this game, and I want to be able to teach you guys how to play it. I figure 8 minutes should be about the right amount of time. So, that said, starting now, 8 minutes or less, all right? All right, we'll get the clock up here and go. As I said, I've sleeved my cards, so they're a little bit shiny, but I think you can see there are 6 different character decks. There's green, yellow, gray, purple, red, and other purple. One's kind of a pinkish violet. It's lightish red. These are going to be your character decks. Each has 2 Space Marines and 3 action cards. So there's only 5 cards in each deck. And here you have your location cards, your event cards, your terrain cards, and your blip cards. These are your gene stealers. So I'm going to show you how to set these up now. You're only going to play, if you're playing single player, you're only going to play with 3 of these. Take these little tokens, place them all with the bird side up. I don't play Space Hulk. I don't know what the symbols mean. All right, just kind of randomize them, shuffle them around. I'll play this one and this one. All right, so we'll get rid of these, and my team is... All right, looks like I'm getting some heavy firepower here. And some close quarters. Okay, so that means I'm going to grab the yellow guys and red and pink guys. Oops. The rest of these can all go back in the box. Next thing you're going to do, you're going to grab all of your terrain cards and separate them. You see 1A, 1B, 1C, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to separate your void locks. There are 4 void locks, and you can see set up for 1 player, 2 to 4, 3 to 6, 5 players. I don't get why it jumps like that, but as I'm teaching you, we're only going to play with 1 player, so these can go back in the box. Now, if we read this card, location deck setup 2, 3, and 4. So we need, and we'll shuffle these up, but we need a 2, we need a 3, and we need a 4. So void lock is going to be our first location, and then actually we're going to, there we go, 2, 3, and 4. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, in my opinion, the best way to set things up here with your actions, all of your guys have 3 action cards. They have an attack card, move and activate, and support. Attack, move and activate, support, attack, move and activate, support. Attack is pretty straightforward. It is an attack. Move lets you move position in the line, and support lets you put a support token on one of your guys, which allows for re-rolls, for attack or defense. So some of these are really cool, some of them are not. For example, Full auto with Brother Leon. May attack 3 times instead of just once. That is super powerful. Brother Zyle. Ignore all skulls rolled. Instead, this is my favorite card. But you notice this has a specific name on it, Brother Leon, Brother Zyle. There are 2 Marines of each color. So if that Marine dies, you can't use him. You can still attack. Your other guy can still attack. But you can't use that particular character's abilities. Brother Claudio. Okay. Support. At the end of each phase, each one of your Space Marines may, so if you have a support token on somebody, you can use it as an extra attack. Awesome. Every time you activate a door, you can place an additional support token on the, okay, doors are a very specific card. I'll get to that later. So, you're going to want to set your card up like this. Event deck, blip deck, locations, and then you're going to take your guys and you're going to shuffle them. You're going to start placing them down the line. First 3 guys face this way. Looks like we have Brother Claudio, Brother Zyle, Brother Valencio. Now, when I say they face a certain direction, you'll see this arrow here. They're double-sided. You can flip them either way. Each one has range, special abilities, stuff like that. Brother Valencio has a range of 2. So he can shoot here, 1 or 2. Brother Claudio has range of 0. He can only attack directly in front of him. So this is going to be your basic setup. Pretty simple. It's just a long tower. I recommend putting out your actions like this, putting your tokens here, and I'll explain why. And so our Void Lock is our first room. So we need our terrain cards. We need a door, we need an elbow, we need a vent, and we need a corridor. All right. Door. Now, where do these go? Take a look at your Void Lock. 1 down. So this is 1 down. Elbow piece. Where is my elbow? Here's my elbow piece. Dark corner. That's what it's called. Goes 3 down. So 1, 2, and 3. The vent goes 3 up, and the hallway goes, so 1, 2, 3. And the hallway is 2 up. So that's right there. Let's take a look at what else is on the Void Lock card. 6 and 6. They look like radar. What do you think those are? Blip cards. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these are our Gene Stealers that are in the room. They are hidden, but we know they're there. The blip cards mean the motion detectors going off them, bing, bing. So we know that there are 6 on either side. Just to get started, we draw 1 event card out of thin air, but we disregard it because we're starting the game. Sometimes these are good things, sometimes like this one, spawn 2 Gene Stealers behind him. So what behind means, okay, these arrows, Zyle, Claudio, and Valencio can only shoot this way. They can only attack this direction. So if I spawn Gene Stealers behind them, they're kind of screwed. They cannot attack them. However, Brother Leon could, but he has a range 3, so he could pretty much pick off anybody over here. But what we want off this one, if you look at the bottom, there is a bar and a triangle. So what does the triangle mean? If you look at the Void deck, if it was a red and yellow triangle with spikes, you put 2 Gene Stealers. If it's just a white triangle, you put 1. So we draw from our blip pile, and we have our first Gene Stealer on the board. This is the red, hey, right here. So we have our first Gene Stealer on the board. All right, first thing we're going to do, we're going to choose our actions for our Marines. Now, whichever you pick, both of your Marines are able to do that action, but if there's a specialty, like if Brother Leon wants to attack, he can attack 3 times, but Valencio only gets 1. Now, as I said, attack, move, and activate support. Door card. If you activate the door, you place 1 support token on this card. When traveling, which means when the Void Lock is done and we move to the next card, for every support token on this deck or on this card, you can kill 1 Gene Stealer. Make sense? Okay. So the other thing, you cannot do the same action 2 turns in a row. So if I attack with my red guys, I cannot attack with them the next round. And I don't know how many Gene Stealers are going to work. They're going to show up. Support, like I said, you can put a support token on somebody. All right, so the way that I do things personally is I use little tokens to remind myself which I did last. So I've decided that given where these Gene Stealers are and the range of my various Marines, I'm going to have my purple team attack. So I'm going to put this on attack. I'm going to have my yellow team reorganize, which is their move and activate. You may move Space Marines to any position in the formation. This Brother Zyle just slays. He just slays. He's awesome. And we're going to do Overwatch. At the end, you may spend a support token to make one attack. So the way we figure order of operations, you see these numbers here, 4, 7, 17, 14, etc. This is a 9, 4, 14. So we're going to go 4, 9, 14. So the first thing I do, Overwatch, I take a support token, and I can place it on anybody that I want. Brother Zyle gets the special attack, so we're going to put this on Brother Omnio. And then the next one, Reorganize. I don't really need to move anybody. However, I'm going to put a support token on this card because that's what Activate does. And lastly, Flamer Attack. Okay, so Brother Zyle has a range 1, so he can attack this Gene Stealer, and that's where our die comes in. Now, if you look at his rule, ignore all the skulls. Let me show you. See? 0, 1, 4, 5, 3. Oop, can't hold that. 3. Normally, only rolls with the skull will kill a Gene Stealer. If you roll a 4, 5, or a 0, nothing. So let's see if Brother Zyle can kill it. Hey, he killed it. So that goes in our discard pile. Brother Omnio is going to attack this one. Nothing. Now, I could, if I want to, spend a support token, which I will do just for rules, and roll again. 5. So that Gene Stealer is staying put. All right, so now we're going to resolve the Gene Stealer attack. See how this Gene Stealer is directly in line with Brother Omnio. That means he is engaged. He is not engaged with any of the other Marines, so this Gene Stealer is going to attack Brother Omnio. The way that you roll is not like the Marines. You are not looking for skulls. There are going to be stacks of Gene Stealers here. I've gotten it up to like 5 and 6. That's usually when I die. When you roll, you have to roll higher than the amount of Gene Stealers in the pile. So if I roll a 0 or 1, I die. I got a 5. Okay, I'm good. Brother Omnio is safe with this roll. The Gene Stealer has done nothing, but it stays put. And we are done with this whole round. So the next round, we draw another event card. This starts off the new round. And this time we actually do follow what it says on the card. So, move all swarms so they are behind their engaged Space Marine. That sucks. Not the worst card I've ever seen, though. So, red and orange are getting more Gene Stealers. And you literally just put them on top. Now, you may ask yourself, when do we move from the Void Lock to the next card? There were 6 cards in each blip. All we have to do is get one of these blip piles down to nothing, and we move on to the next card. I'm going to bring this up real quick. I did not draw a card with a movement on it, but you may notice that there are symbols and a claw. This was the first card we drew. This is the one we didn't pay attention to. See that? Okay, so all Gene Stealers, if I had drawn this, all Gene Stealers with this move, that's a flip, so they would move here. So now we are going to pretend through some grace of God, this will never ever happen, I guarantee you, because this is a brutally hard game. We're going to pretend, I'm knocking stuff over here, we're going to pretend we cleared out a blip pile. So blip pile is empty. This means we move to the next room. And this is the Dark Catacombs. Upon entering, Current player must choose a Space Marine with 0 support tokens and spawn a gene. God damn it. All right, fine. So we put that as our new room. We use this. We need a dark corner, the 1 down, door 3 down, ventilation duct 5 up, and so all we really need to do, we'll say Brother Leon does not have a Gene Stealer behind him. And actually, that would come out of the new blip pile. We refresh our blip pile 6 and 6. Okay, so refreshed our blip piles, reorganized everything. And again, this Gene Stealer that came from the upon entering would come from this stack, or if I put them on this side, would come from this stack. So that's the basis of the game. I will clarify one thing though. Say somebody dies. Let's say, oh no, Brother Zale died. What do we do? Well, we just move everybody up 1. That's all there is to it. It is really, really simple. Now, your Marines are going to die fast. I guarantee it. In all the times I've played this game, I've only won once. It is that hard. But let's say you are down three Marines. What do you do with all these rooms? Well, that's it. You just move, you just push, you condense. From here on out, it's pretty simple. Not simple, but it's all you have to do is read the cards. You move to another area, follow the directions, you draw an event card, choose a combat team that did not reveal an action round. Okay, so that one, gun jam, that sucks. Follow your directions on here, and the cards will tell you what to do. But this is the basis of how to lay out your deck and how to play the game. All right, so how did I do? I'm not going to know whether I made the 8 minutes or not until I get to the editing booth. Fingers crossed. Going forward, as I said, this is a proof of concept video. Going forward, once I'm actually making the videos and have done an official launch, I will edit and make sure that I'm under 8 minutes, or if I find that 8 minutes is not viable, how was it? I guess that's what I'd like you guys to leave in the comments below. Was I concise? Did I summarize it clearly? Did the rules make sense to you? Did you come away from this thinking, yes, I know how to play this game? Or did I gloss over things too much? You guys tell me. I need comments. I need feedback. That's what these early videos are for. All right. So the usual, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Ask any questions below. Don't forget to check out my Instagram, The Cranky Old Gamer. Check out my Facebook page, facebook.com/TheCrankyOldGamer. I haven't been using Twitter as much, but I'm going to soon. And please check out my Patreon. I'll put the link down below. I can make videos as it is, but I want to make them better. So any kind of help, even if it's only $5 a month, that's less than the cost of a Starbucks coffee. That's less than the cost of a meal at McDonald's. One thing that I have been told about my previous video, I keep forgetting because I'm using my phone as a camera, I'm looking at the phone screen, not you. So I need to remember to make eye contact with my audience instead of with the phone screen. I'm making eye contact with myself because I'm just that vain. Anyway, please leave your feedback. Let me know what you think and let me know what I can do better. Thanks, guys.